Welcome into my screen. As I said earlier, I would like us to look at some pairs. And I have three pairs in mind: Euro USD, GBP USD, and AUD USD. And let us start with Euro USD. Looking at Euro USD from a monthly time frame perspective, you will see that this particular pair is on a downtrend. And you all know characteristics of a downtrend. It keeps making higher highs and higher lows. And if we should draw our trend line like so, you will see that this particular chart is still trading below this trend line. And aside that, if we should take out our Fibonacci tool from swing high to swing low on a downtrend, you will notice that market came to play with our 61% Fib retracement zone. And aside the fact that market came to play with our 61% Fib retracement zone, market formed what we can call this a double top or a triple top, depending on what you see it as. But I see it as a triple top. This is the first high, second, and the third. And now market has dropped. Now the market is currently trading at this neckline here, at this neckline. I was in this market since October, I think. I was in this market since October, yeah. Let us go down to the weekly time frame to see something. And now on the weekly time frame, as you guys see, you can see these zones. I love drawing these zones on the weekly time frame. I don't like them to be visible on the monthly time frame. And now looking at the monthly time frame, you will see that price has been in this range for a long time. And I think probably by next year, 2025, price might or will break below this particular zone all the way down here. But that is not our concern for now. Our concern is to look for trading opportunities the coming weeks or throughout the month of December. Now, what can we see? We have seen that market came into our neckline here and failed to break it, though it broke, but you can see that there was a bullish engulfing candle that closed above the support level. Now, looking at this particular trade, you will not just jump into this trade to keep selling. I was in this trade, I think, at this zone right here. I entered this particular trade at this zone, and market has hit my market came. I was at this trade at this zone. Market came all the way down here and took out my take profit. Very nice trade. Now that the market has gotten to this zone and has shown us a weekly bullish engulfing candle, guys, this particular downtrend is in jeopardy. So as it stands now, I think there might be a retracement, or there will be a retracement at this zone. Even if price wants to keep falling at this particular zone, I think there might be a retracement. Now, the previous weekly candle close is bullish. Let us go down to the daily time frame to see what is happening there. And on the daily time frame, we can see couple of bullish candles. Aside the fact that we can see couple of bullish candles, there haven't been any proper retracement since price started falling. There hasn't been any proper retracement since price started falling. Yeah, there hasn't been any proper retracement since price started falling. And I think the retracement that is about to occur might be massive. Yeah, I think the retracement that is about to take place might be massive. If we should draw this trend line well, if price should retrace, I think it should retrace. I'm not saying that price wants to start heading upward. No, I see this as a retracement because as it stands now, the US dollar is heavy. I see that from what I can see, price might want to retrace into this particular zone right here, or at the top right here. Or if price won't get to this zone, at least it should come to this 50% retracement. But ideally, price might want to come to this particular zone or the neckline of this M pattern that form. Now that we have seen what price wants to do the coming week, how are we going to enter this trade? How are we going to place our entry, our stop loss, and our take profit in order for us to profit from this trade? Now I will go to the 4-hour time frame to see what is actually happening. And on the 4-hour time frame, this was my zone, the zone you saw on the weekly time frame. Now price break below this zone and close back up above this zone. So what will I be expecting? On this particular pair, I'll be expecting for every time you do your analysis and a particular pair tells you buy, always have an if in case this pair doesn't want to buy, it wants to sell. Now I will enter this trade on two conditions. Ideally, 70% I'm anticipating a buy. Yeah, some people will say, but this pair is trending downward. Yes, but it has gotten to this key zone and has started putting on some funny looks. Let me put it that way, some funny looks. So ideally, I'll be expecting price to come back into this zone at least to this 50 or 61% retracement zone. I will be expecting this price to come either to the 50 or 61% retracement zone. Then when I start seeing some weak rejections above this zone, when I start seeing some weak rejection or a bullish close above this particular zone, I will enter this trade for a buy. My first take profit will be at this zone right here. My overall take profit will be in this zone right here. This is Xmas, guys. During Xmas, the chart like to behave funny. So I'll enter this trade, close some positions right here, and close my total position right here. If in case market wants to leave this zone to this zone, no problem, but I'll be okay closing all my position at this particular zone right here. So all I'll have to do is to wait on Monday for price to trend. From what I'm seeing here, it seems as it is forming like a kind of double top. It might reverse before wanting to move up. So I'll be waiting for this retracement. But if price wants to keep heading lower, I will see I would like to see price closing below this support, coming back to retest it. Then I will be happy to take this trade all the way down. I repeat, I will be interested in the buy if price comes to this zone and I start seeing rejection on this zone. I will gladly take this trade all the way up. But if price breaks below this zone, retest this zone, I will start looking for selling opportunities. But currently, I am 70 to 30% on this trade, 70% buy and 30% selling. So that will be that for Euro USD. Let us go down to GBP and see what we have there. Now on GBP USD, let me go down to the monthly time frame. So guys, at a point in time, I was skeptical that probably GBP USD has turned into, it wants to start heading higher. Why? Because if I should draw my trend line, you can see that price broke this trend line. Even if I should draw my trend line at this zone right here on the monthly time frame, price still broke that trend line. So I was skeptical, but for the past 2-3 months now, price has been funny. On this particular pair. Let's look at our Fibonacci to see what is actually happening. Price, yeah, this is our 61% Fib retracement zone, though price break it, but now price is trading at this particular zone right now. There is not much to see at the monthly time frame. Let's look at our weekly time frame. And now on the weekly time frame, ideally I was expecting price to come down to this zone, but that didn't happen. Price came here and gave us this bullish engulfing candle. So what are my thoughts? So what are my thoughts for GBP USD the coming weeks? Now that we have seen that price has given us this bullish engulfing candle, probably price wants to pull back. There might be a retracement. Will I say price wants to reverse to the upside? For that I am not sure for now. I'm just saying there might be a retracement to the upside before price might decide to continue on its bearish move, or price might easily want to keep blowing to the upside. We don't know. But we are in this market to extract little profit from the market, 100, 200, 300, 500 pips. So guys, looking at this particular pair now, we can see that this previous weekly bullish candle form. Now on the daily time frame, I'm anticipating that price will want to come back into this zone right here. If price wants to blow past this zone, I don't care. That is price. But I'm anticipating that price wants to come back into this zone right here before it continues its bearish move, or it goes all the way up. Now, looking at the 4-hour time frame for trade entries, take profit and stop losses to be set, I will expect the market to come back into this zone. Ideally, I will expect the market to come back into this zone, even if it wants to start taking off from here. Ideally, I will expect the market to come back into this zone. Guys, I love trading with the Fibonacci. GBP USD love respecting Fib levels. So guys, ideally, I'll be expecting price to come here to give us a perfect inverse head and shoulder pattern. Come back into this zone, give us a perfect head and shoulder pattern. If at all it wants to rally all the way to the upside, if at all. So if I should see if price will come back to this zone, then I see rejections on this zone, or I see bullish candles, a bullish candle close on the 4-hour time frame, I'll be taking this trade and my stop loss will be below here, below the recent low. My stop loss will be below the recent low. And my take profit will be at 1.300, 1.300000. If I should adjust this well, I need my take profit to be at 1.3000. Yeah, that will be my take profit. This particular zone right here, that will be my take profit for this trade. It might take a week, it might take 2 weeks, since we are in a festive period. It might take a week. In this type of period, market love consolidating. It might just get here before the week closes. It might take 2 weeks to get here. I don't know how long it will take, but that will be my take profit for GBP USD pair. That will be it for GBP USD. But if price should close below here, I repeat, if price should close below here and start showing me signs, guys, the next profit target should be here, but I will not be interested in GBP USD. I'll be looking for opportunities on Euro. I will not be interested in GBP USD, but ideally, I think market wants to head higher. But I will only take advantage of this trade if I see a retracement. If market keeps heading higher at this particular zone right here, if this chart continue heading higher, I will not be interested. I need to see a pullback into this zone, confirm that this is an actual inverse head and shoulder pattern before I want to start looking for trading opportunities up. But if price should keep heading up in this particular zone, guys, I won't be interested in this particular trade. Now that we have we have looked at Euro and GBP, let us go down to AUD USD. Let us look at AUD USD. Let us look at AUD USD from the weekly time frame perspective. Let us look at AUD USD from a weekly time frame perspective. Ideally, I was expecting AUD USD to drop all the way into this zone. But on getting here, it started acting funny. Now, it has given us, this candle is what we call a hammer. This is a hammer. I think this is a hammer. So guys, what does AUD USD wants to do? Looking at this chart is still on a downtrend. This is a downtrend. First touch, second touch, third touch. So we should be expecting more of sell. But now that the price has come here and start acting funny, meaning they want to be a pullback, there might be a pullback. So how are we going to take advantage of those pullback? On the daily time frame, you can see that price has put in a double bottom here. So guys, we need to be careful. We don't know if AUD USD wants to head higher or keep heading lower, but I know that maybe price wants to pull back at a particular zone. It might be here or at this particular zone here before dropping again. We don't know. But we know that once we see a kind of double bottom in the market, it means that if price was on a downtrend, probably a reversal wants to happen. Now, let me go down to the 4-hour for trade entries and exits. I love my trade entries to be on the 4-hour or at least the 1-hour time frame. Now, on the 4-hour, let this be here. I will only be interested in AUD USD buy if price breaks above the neckline. If price should break above this neckline, that is only when I will be interested in this particular trade. If price should break above this neckline, that is when I will be interested in that particular trade. But for now, I am not interested. I will only be interested if price should break above here. Retest, then I'll be interested in taking this buy. If price fails to break above this particular zone to signal me for a buy, if price should keep consolidating at this particular zone right here, but ideally I expect the price to break this zone for a buy. But if price doesn't break this particular zone, I will redefine my entry. I will reanalyze this trade to see if there will be any selling opportunities. But ideally, since price has put in a double bottom here, and on the weekly time frame, we have seen a hammer form. Ideally, I should expect price to break past this zone, and at least here should be my take profit. But if price fails to break above this zone, I will come back here to reanalyze this trade to see if price will keep heading lower. So guys, that is my analysis for Euro, GBP and AUD USD. I'm not saying you should start clicking the buy and sell button or the buy button for all these pairs that I just analyzed now. You can just pick one out of the three and you are good to go. Remember, this is the festive period. Price might decide to play funny. So out of the three, you can just pick one. decide to enter it and make some profit, put some money into your bank account for this festive period. It is not necessary that you take all 3 trades. Even I myself that analyzed it, I won't be taking the 3 of them. I might just select 1 or 2 out of them and I'll be cool for this month of December. So guys, see you in my other screen. Bye.